What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and it is Friday, so that means that it is time for an album review. It's been a while since I did one. The last one was Del Shabbat and their Naturalness album, but we're back on schedule. They'll be coming out fairly regularly, as much as I possibly can. So, of course, as you know from the title, we're taking a look and gonna talk a little bit more about the newest GFriend album titled Snowflake, and it's, of course, just an absolutely fantastic album. Before we get into the album itself, though, I really have to congratulate Source Music and GFriend, the members themselves, for, their most successful promotions to date. So far, as of the last time that I've checked and got news, they've won 6 music show titles, which is fantastic. They've gotten it a perfect all kill on music charts, which is that they were at number 1 on every single possible chart that they possibly could be, ranked on. I believe that's the way it is, because the all kill stuff is pretty confusing, because there's a bunch of different all kills. And not only that, but they've also maintained number 1 on music charts for a pretty impressive amount of time, considering who they've been up against at this time. So that is fantastic. And on top of that, their previous 2 songs they've used to promote, was a Glass Bead, I believe it is, and Me Gustas 2. Those entered back into the top 100 on the charts as well. So that's fantastic. And that is, it just goes to show you that this group is popular. They are gaining a lot of momentum through the first 3 releases. And, that is really great. This is the, culmination of fantastic marketing and promotion that Source Music has done for these girls. Not to mention the fact that these girls are fantastically talented and perform the hell out of these songs that they have been given, and, the choreography and everything about it. So the entire package, from, how the members perform it to how the company promotes and sells their product, has been fantastic, and they are, getting a, worthy reward for that. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this goes on, in the future, if they can, if they can use this to establish themselves as, one of the, top tier groups, or a group that, you got to look out for, and always, keep in mind, and, be in consideration for, top most popular groups. So that is really exciting. So now that we got that out of the way, and it's a really exciting time for fans of this group and people who like this group as much as I do. So there you go. That's basically it. Now, time to get into the album itself. And we're not gonna go so much into the individual songs like I would for a different album or something like that, because they're all more or less pretty similar to the promotion song Rough. And they're all all of the songs are pretty upbeat. They're fun to listen to. They've got the absolutely stellar and really solid vocal performances as well. And that's GFriend. That's what you would expect from them. And there's nothing bad about that. Every song isn't the same. It sounds distinct. It sounds like a distinctly different song, but it still has the same general qualities about it, which doesn't make it stand out in any particular way. The only song that is really different is, of course, the final actual song on the album, because this one does come with an instrumental track for Rough. And that song's titled Rough. That song is titled Trust. And since it is the final song on the album, of course, naturally, the way that generally goes is the final song on any album is a ballad kind of song. And this is an absolutely fantastic ballad song. As you know, and as you can probably tell, as I've said before, these girls' vocal talents are really great. There are some really talented individuals in this group, and this song is the one where they get to highlight that on this album. It's a really mellow song, definitely something I guess as a way to just like sit back and relax after you've listened to some really fun and engaging music up to this point, and just sit back, relax, and then just absorb the absolutely beautiful singing that is in this song. It's a really lovely song, and I would say that it's probably my favorite, if I could possibly pick a favorite song out of any of these. And I can't, because they're all pretty good songs. They all have some, you know, qualities that I really like about them, and all of the things that I like about these songs is drastically different from each and every other song. So, you know, I really couldn't pick a song, because, you know, in their song "Say My Name," just the general chorus of that song, the way that it just sounds and flows is absolutely fantastic. In the song "Love Star," right, the breakdown, bridge bits, and just the general flow of the entire song is fantastic, right? And then you got was it the third, fourth, fifth song on the album, I think, or something like that, titled "Someday," where just that percussion track on that album is absolutely fantastic. It is really engaging, and you know, that makes it, you know, fantastic. Those three things for those three songs really are the main thing in each song that stands out to me as what I think is what I like the most. But I can't pick one over the other, because there are so many little things in these songs that make me like them a lot more than, you know, or that make me like them just as much as the next or any other song on this album. So, you know, I can't pick one or another, but those reasons that I just listed right there are the things that stand out to me as probably my favorite elements from each and every song. So there you go. That's basically my album review. Now, my ratings, I don't really give a rating for these albums, because, you know, the music thing is subjective. So I'm just telling you what I think about this album, and then, you know, my rating is going to be, what am I going to do, you know, in regards to this album as far as supporting. Am I going to buy it? Am I going to buy one song off of it? Am I just going to like pass on it? And at some point in the future, when I have the money, I definitely will be buying this album, you know, because it's a good album. They're making good music, and I definitely am going to be supporting a group that is, you know, I think special in K-pop, and I really enjoy, right? That's the way it goes. You should be, you know, buying the music that you like and that you want to hear more of, because, you know, your money speaks. So I'm going to use my money, and I'm going to speak, and I'm going to say that I want to hear more GFriend music in the, you know, near future, distant future, you know, in the future, going on until they decide that they want to retire or just quit. So, you know, there you go. That's basically all that I've got to say about this album. You know, my short little summary, some congratulations and recognition for the group's achievements as far as, you know, winning music shows and chart positions. And then, you know, how am I going to support this group, and, you know, how am I going to spend my money on this album, or if I even will. So I want to know, what do you think about this album? Are you going to buy it? Or are you just going to buy one song on iTunes or something like that? You know, whichever way you want to do it, let me know what you thought of this. What was your favorite song on the album, if you even have one? You know, that's why they got the comments below, so you can tell me some things about this relating to the video and the album in general. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You can also like my Facebook page. I got links to those profiles in the description box below, so check those out. That would be awesome. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Mix, it doesn't specifically use actual instruments like, you know, most music is composed as these days. You know, you get a really deep, heavy sound, and this album is definitely really heavy, which is the best description of what I'm about to say right here. This album is really heavy, whereas Crazy and that album was